Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports Edition. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against the Nets.
Well, you know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game. Some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so, in the game for the 76ers, we've got Okafor. Stauskas is out there with Ish Smith. Then there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Covington in at the 3.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
And here are the Warriors now. 76ers getting the bucket, and he gets it to go.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Feeds to Stauskas. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Covington. It's tipped and going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Pick by Okafor. Shoots off the screen. Covington's shot is off.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
And here's Smith. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Green with the block.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And Curry has it in the corner. Four on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Now here's Curry. A 26-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here's Stauskas from the arc, and he gets it to go. Stauskas has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Warriors leading by 6. Curry wide open. Curry with another miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Okafor. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Covington passes to Okafor. Uses both hands to slam it down.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Thompson's checked in.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Curry. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Curry against Smith. Kicks to Thompson. Back to Smith. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Ish Smith. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here's Iguodala. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Thompson right side. Curry outside. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And now the second quarter, just getting set to start.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here's Cannon. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Here's Cannon following the basket by Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. Warriors leading by 5. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. A 3-ball and another 3 for Golden State.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Here's Cannon, guarded by Curry. Cannon dishes to Landry. He kicks it to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. That's good. Cannon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It looks like he took that last 3 a little personal.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Greg. You saw it in his eyes. I mean, heck, that was a payback shot right there. I don't think there's any doubt.
Now here's Curry. He's got 12. Good. Curry's got 14 points for the game. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Clark, Stephen Curry is clearly one of them.
Well, the plus-minus for the Warriors with him on and off the court validates that. It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And Steph Curry, with his deep range and lightning quick release, really unique to our league.
The 76ers trail by 7. Cannon kicks to Thompson. And there's the pass to Cannon. The feed to Landry. Nice D from Bogut.
And speaking of Curry, guys, that quick slingshot release, really one of a kind. For most of us, a quick flick shot like that would be lucky to draw iron, but he's able to do it with pinpoint accuracy.
Here's Cannon following the basket by Stephen Curry. Grant gets a wide open look. Thompson with the rebound.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Outside, Green. Bogut sets a screen for Green. Pocket 4. There's the 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 9. Cannon kicks to Landry. Inside, Noel. The shot is off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
That was the definitive difference. I mean, it came down to the final seconds, but the tough work on the glass they did carried the day.
Here's Grit.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an... Nasty.
How did he get?
Woo!
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in, and Robert Covington subbed in for Carl Landry. And the foul is called in. Grabbed in there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the 76ers making a change here. Stauskas is checked in. And he misses his first shot of the game.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Curry gets the bucket.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Okafor against Bogut. Covington passes to Grant. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Thompson up top, right at the free throw line. And another basket for Golden State.
And scoring at will, starting to pull away here.
Certainly this one's threatening to get out of hand, and soon, partner.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Warriors ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 20-3 run. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute an offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 20 points, 2 steals, 1 rebound. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? And over to Shaq, what did you think about Philadelphia?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He has 20 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
The 76ers trail by 20, so on the floor for Philadelphia. They've got Smith. Nerlens Noel is out there with Okafor. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Stauskas in at the two-guard spot. Here's Okafor, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Okafor's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Philadelphia. Curry outside, and another three for Golden State.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it? And Steph Curry, 6'3", and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Here's Barnes, rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And the 76ers call time here. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Noel. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Smith against Curry. And here's Covington from the arc. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game. Warriors have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And Curry, here we go. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
The 76ers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Noel down low, headed by Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Both free throws good for Okafor. Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing injured.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Noel. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut.
That's his second personal foul.
.152 left in the third quarter. Off the pick. And the dunk by Grant.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Grant with a screen on Barnes. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Okafor dishes to Thompson. Grant kicks to Okafor. Fires from deep. Warriors with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Green with a screen for Curry. To the middle. And Green with the basket on the assist by Curry. 6 points for Draymond Green.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 6 on the shot clock. On its way from Curry for 2. And another basket for Golden State.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Warriors on top, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. We get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Golden State's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's the Warriors' 5. Clock at 6. Outside Curry. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
Thompson passes to Bogut. Back to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Passes it to Holmes. Wide open. No luck. And Golden State will come the other way. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Shot's good. Curry's got 31.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block. No matter who's defending.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
First one falls for him.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
Pulls it up, and it's Golden State with another. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got 38 points. 1:52 left to play here in the 4th. There's the pick.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Spates checked in for Golden State. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Thompson's checked in. 1:44 left here in the 4th quarter. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, he would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
And he sinks the second. And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a 2nd or 3rd seed team get a 6th or 7th seed team in the second round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the 4th seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number 1 seed could play a 7th seed, if you will, in the second round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip, and given what's going on in the first 2 games, my guess is that's what's going to happen.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Stephen Curry. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark, a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.